More zerglings.
Worse or anything, I'm guessing. So you'll probably just end up in the same
Hello.
spot.
Guys, you guys are live.
Hi.
Oh my
Oh,
god, we're live. Hi everyone. Welcome to CPL Preseason Week 1. Hope you guys are enjoying the games. I hope you guys are playing. I hope that everything's going well. And let me know if you can hear us, just to make sure that everything's going well, because we've been having some technical difficulties here. We were actually supposed to start like 25 minutes ago, so, well, everything seems to be working now. And I've got with me Grast.
Hello.
And Lanaishot. Lana! Lana, say something.
Did you not hear me?
Oh, now I hear you. Yeah, yes.
Oh, okay.
I hear you now.
Hi guys. I'm excited. I'm excited for these groups. I know some of these people. I like watching some of these people. I was literally watching Shimmer play like 10 minutes ago. So I'm excited to see how he did.
Yeah,
and I want to see Shimmer as well because he was in our team, Dada, and
that's right. Yeah,
really curious about his Zerk nowadays.
Yeah, we've also got Martin GB or Martin B, however you call it, from Letters Attack. We've got some letters going here.
Zerk monsters.
Yes. So we've got week 1. All the maps are going to be polypoid. And so I hope you guys like that map, because all the games are going to be on this map today. And well, let's see. Let's see if we can get into game number 1 here. Got it loaded up. So game number one is going to be Nerfingen versus Shimmer. Is going to be a TVZ. So yeah, let's get into it, guys.
Well, we are the Terran experts here. Go.
I have been playing a decent amount of Terran in the last month or so, and I found that the best way to win is just by proxying a factory.
Yeah, that's a good one. Do you think it's stronger than Protoss?
Not at my level, no.
So guys, let's introduce.
In the bottom right, we
yes,
have Shimmer.
You read my mind.
Zerg hero, and in the bottom left we have Nerfingen, the Terran hero, in yellow.
So guys, let us know if the sound levels are okay, because this is sort of like an experimental setup. I think it should be okay, but you know, let us know if not. I think maybe the music might be a little bit low, but I'm not entirely sure.
I'm actually... Oh, well, I'd have to listen to the cast to hear the music. That makes sense. Well, we've got Shimmer sending his overlord to the north position, so he's not going to get that first scout. And is he sending that to the right spot, or should it have been the left side?
Oh, I think he's fine.
Yeah.
Because there will be a nature, and in case of some kind of rocks in front of the ramp or something like that, he's the better spot.
Okay. I thought you're supposed to send the overlord to where the isn't the natural at the bottom position for Nerfingen here, or am I wrong about that?
Top.
Oh, it's at the top. Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay. So that makes sense. You're right. You're supposed to send it to natural. I think maybe I'm just confusing this versus Vermeer.
Yeah, we have time, so we'll get used to the map, because Polypoid is a different map than Eclipse, and we are training Eclipse this week.
Yeah, I've never played this map, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, it's a new one to me too. Yeah, it's the map with 4 positions. That's interesting. Can bring some kind of variety.
Yeah, look at how early the gas is for Nerfingen, by the way.
Yeah, that's
I think he might be going mech this game, maybe.
Yeah, but I don't. One of my I got some kind of illness when I see workers that got minerals with them and they send them to the gas station and they lose these minerals. I feel nervous, some kind of anxiety.
So more drones being made, no lings yet. And looks like the first factory is going down. So does that mean that we are seeing mech?
I think so. Okay, Shimmer is trying to keep his drone alive, which is nice. He's escaping.
Well, he's
And
probably got the
three
scouting info he
captures.
needs. He saw that it went down to 1 SCV as well, I think.
Yeah. But Shimmer is going for 3-hut build, which is a solid build. You can create a lot of units and have some larvas for drones and get your economy be good.
I'm a little worried for Nerf Engine. Did they scout did they scout Shimmer yet? Did I miss that?
Yeah, they did scouts. The scouting SCV got picked off, so it didn't live for very long, but it saw the base.
It kind of seems like they needed to send another scout there maybe because they didn't know if like, you know, Mass Links was going to come or something.
Yeah, we should note that this is Group 2, so this is basically the lowest levels in CPL. These are the people who are like quite new to the game, so they may be doing some things that are not completely optimal, but there's also like kind of an interesting metagame going on specifically in these lower levels where things just kind of work differently than in the higher levels.
Yeah, exactly. That's really interesting to me to see how these people navigate through the different aspects of the game. Because of the higher level, you can see people with impeccable multitasking and everything is top notch. But on this level, you can see that some people are good in their micro, or at least better than their macro management, for example. And some other aspects like how and where they place their buildings, how they use their units, and it brings a lot of interesting dynamic, let's put it this way.
Yeah, I often find that the newer players also often have the worst scouting too. That's one of the things that can really up your level.
Yeah, but you need to want to know what you see when you scout something, because if you just throw a unit to see, just to scout something, and you don't know what you're seeing, it doesn't really matter.
Right. You have to know how to respond to it.
Yeah. So it's really important just to play the game, get the experience, and then the things can connect in your mind. At least I think so. That's the way how things work.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. So another factory going down, Goliaths being made. It looks like we've got Lurker aspect on the way.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Shimmer knows that. I guess he knows that there are vouchers because a link died. But does he have a clue that Goliaths are coming and what else can be happening?
Well, he had a nice response when he saw those vultures putting down the sunken colonies. 2 might be too many, but definitely needed at least 1, right?
Yeah. A Sim City can be good as well, but
right.
At least in this case, two sunkens are fine enough. They're great. What was
Yeah,
the plan after that?
The ramp block is definitely nice, stopping any potential for a run by. Another drone heading to the 1 o'clock position. Perhaps posturing to take another base.
Yeah, right now the good thing for Shimmer is that Nerf Engine doesn't have any kind of detection. And if he goes for attack, he might do a lot. But yeah, let's see. I'm a little bit worried about the turn right now. But still,
Yeah,
Shimmer
it
doesn't
seems
have
like
a lot of
Terran should
units.
perhaps move onto the map a little bit to sort of delay these lurkers. And I'm not even sure if they know lurkers are coming, do they?
Probably not. Probably not. And yeah, for example, mines could be good. Ah, that panic command center lift.
Oh no, putting down the ComSat stations. Oh, that's a bummer. Well, on the bright side, they correct themselves 20 seconds later. Well, the ComSat station's coming down just in time, but really it would be nice to have turrets here, right?
Yeah, definitely. And Shimmer is on timer right now. He needs to do something real soon because a lot of new Goliaths are coming out. And the Terran already have, yeah, I can hear the scan.
Yeah, when do we normally see some tanks? Is it normally just pumping Goliaths until you know it's not a Mutas? And then we see sort of a few more tanks?
Well, that very much depends on what you scout, and on this level I'm not sure what they think of doing. I just prefer to observe and try to analyze what I see, because any kind of expectation can be wrong. But yeah, okay, Shimmer is putting down some pressure, which is nice. Nerf Engine, here is a tank for him, but he needs to stay alive.
Yeah, Nerf Engine
Just a
actually,
minute.
he doesn't have that many units.
Yeah, he lost
Basically
a lot of...
everything he has is at the natural. I mean, the
Well, we
first
don't
tank
see
is out
speed
right now,
yet
but
either.
yeah, one tank does nothing against this many Hydras.
Yeah, and really there really aren't many scans left either. No, there's two, but it's not enough. GG.
GG. That was a quick one.
Impressive. That power.
Oh, I actually forgot to add chats to the overlay. Actually do that right now. I might as well. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna do some surgery on my overlay here. Just a second.
Well, Shimmer with the game 1 win. I know that we often talk about what level Shimmer is at, and you know whether or not he should move into tier 2, and to me that seemed like a pretty big difference in skill level there. That was at a minimum, Shim seems like the top of T3, but I guess we'll see. Shimmer in T. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he did. I don't know how. I mean, we're gonna find out, right? He's got more games we're gonna see. Maybe he 3-0'd this week.
Yeah, maybe.
Your first week, there's a decent chance
We'll
you gotta
see.
move up.
I'm just right now trying to think about what Nerf Engine should have done. Just some small detail that could change the things for him. Maybe a good suggestion for Terrans in such situation is to have one ACV or just one Maran to send it to the high ground where the third is, the mineral base. That could change a lot of things.
Guys, the second game is up, by the way.
All right.
Yeah. If they know that move out is coming across the map, they can stake out their high ground third as well and just force Shimmer to trade poorly trying to get over that hill.
Yeah, and or at least to know to build the siege tank as soon as possible, such stuff. This kind of information can be crucial. Yeah, I know that I mentioned that scouting doesn't matter so much on this level, but there are certain things that need to be done, and they're important through the whole journey.
All right, let's have a look at the second game. Second game is going to be Non-Breeze versus Deadweight 8, which are, I think both of them are new to CPL. I could be mistaken, but I think this is their first CPL. So
Very
let's
cool.
have a look at that game.
I
You
guess
mentioned
Polypoint
it
is the map.
Polypoid's the map. That's right.
Yeah.
Unless someone played the wrong map, that happens.
Okay, TVP. Breeze is the Protoss. And Deadweight is the Term.
Yes, looks like they've got bottom spawns, just like the last game.
That's nice, because right now we know where the nature is, and we know how the...
We know
how
which way the
things
Overlord has to go.
looks like. Yeah.
This is an epic level spam that Deadweight has got going on.
Oh,
We're
wow,
combining
yeah.
for about a thousand APM. Wow, we're dropping slowly, but we were at
1,000 broken
1,000.
wrists.
Yeah.
I need to see the doctor.
The
Yeah, I
doctor
know a
says
lot
you
of
shouldn't
people-
spam.
Yeah, I know a lot of people got problems with their wrists. At least in our team we had some members. Europe,
In Sai, you mean?
Martin.
Oh, you mean in in the CPL team?
Yeah. Yeah, StarCraft can be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to
Body.
take care about our hands and fingers and everything. Do some push-ups from time to time. Get a glass of good wine and drink it up and down. It's
Stay
important.
hydrated with wine.
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
absolutely.
Kind of an interesting pylon gateway placement. I don't think I've seen this before.
In fact, I like it very much,
Yeah.
to be honest.
What do you like about it?
On the left side, you can put your cyber core just right behind the mineral line and prevent any units from moving there.
Oh, okay.
And
By the way,
also, you
sorry.
can- yeah.
Sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead.
sorry.
I was just gonna say, Lana, did you move away from the mic a little bit? Because you sound like a little softer than before.
How's it now? I'm a little.
Yeah, that's better.
I was a little far away from my mouth.
Yeah, that's better. Yes. Just noticed that you went you went a little bit softer than before. But please continue, Grast. You were talking about the SimCity.
Yeah, the cyber core. Well, he needed to do it 1 pixel lower than where it is now. And on the right side of the simulator, you can put 2 gateways there, and even a 3rd gateway just above the gas station. And there you can have 3 gateways without any issues of any units being stuck. So it's quite a neat placement to put your pylon.
So Deadweight went completely off gas. Usually, I thought that the Terrans try to keep one on gas.
Yeah.
Is that wrong?
He wants to have his command center as soon as possible, and also the factory. That's it, I guess. Maybe just a voucher for now.
Yeah, could be. Well, as a Protoss, I'm most afraid of those vultures. Tanks, I don't mind that much, but vultures are always scary for me.
Yeah, they are very annoying.
You're still not mining gas, actually. Yeah, that's actually a bit strange. I mean, you kind of want to have your siege tanks out in time to stop the goons, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
this
important.
could be something very particular. He's also still making Marines. We're at 4 Marines, but no more. It looks like we are getting at a CC.
Yeah, I think he
Or
just
maybe
stopped at
even a
4 Marines
bunker.
to fill up the bunker,
Okay.
I think.
But
So
I'm
Breeze is gonna
getting-
make a
Alright.
Nexus.
Alright, he just sent the SCVs to the gas station because I was starting to get worried.
I like that you
Yeah.
call it the gas station. I've never heard that before.
The gas station, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
because I really don't care about the extractor and the simulator and the refinery things. I just
Standardize it.
gas station. That's it.
The gold
A
mine.
little too much damage taken on this Dragoon. And now headed home.
By the way, there is this another thing we here in Bulgaria don't often say the right words for the units. For example, most of the time when we call a Zergling, we just call it a dock. It's the Bulgarian word for dock. Or in some regions they call it a rabbit. That's another way.
Rabbit.
Yeah.
I mean, they do in the Carbot version. They are depicted as being like puppies.
It's
The Zerglings.
so old, it's like from the first days of StarCraft. It's just that the Zerglings are really jumpy. They like to jump around. And maybe Dada, you can tell me, do you like House of Pain? Maybe something like that. Zerg,
House of Pain.
Jump around.
Oh right, yeah. I know that song. Yeah. Yeah, I know of it. I'm not a fan, but I know of it.
Yeah, you should try to play with the jump around on the background. It will instantly give you like 100 APM.
Yeah, there's some songs that just do that, don't they? Like, you play it and then your APM just goes up. I think the Flash song is very good for that as well. Immediate music. You know, the song that Flash always uses in ASL.
I have to hear it. I've heard it.
Yeah, you probably
Sure,
recognize it if you hear
I
it.
don't
It's the sound you hear when the tanks and the Marines, the Marines and 3 tank push out comes and blasts down your natural. That's the sound you hear.
Yeah, Shimmer mentioning that Breeze should be pressuring the front end, and it would have been nice. You know, Siege and tanks were pretty late. There was a lot of there was a good minute and a half where they could have been pounded on that bunker.
Yeah, but that's fine for now. But for example, the SimCity that we were discussing earlier, it's not the right one. But the idea is there. It's an awesome idea. Just the utilization needs more practice and fine tuning.
Yeah, for newer players, if you stack 3 pylons on top of each other, you can fit 4 gateways on the right and 4 gateways on the left. That can really tighten up your SimCity and give you a lot more space, and you'll be able to fit, 15 gates like you need in this matchup for late game.
Yeah, overall you should be prepared to put like 15 gateways in your main, and because of that you need to be cautious about where you put your buildings. Like the thing with the 4 pylons and the gateways next to them, it's a great idea. It's something that more people should follow, I think.
So we've got a little push coming out. Is this going to go across the map, or is it just getting ready for a third? I don't see a third CC actually being put down right now.
No, not yet. Probably some kind of push, but it is very late with so few tanks.
It's late, but you know what? If they can take this high ground, they're really going to be in a great spot.
Yeah.
I think that this observer needed to be out to spot any sort of move out, because once a Terran gets the position, it's trouble.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, his units are getting a bit split up right now.
Yeah,
these Terran units, you really have to keep them together if they are going to do any damage.
Yeah, mine's going down though. If they set up a siege line here and they just start to rally across, it's gonna be it's gonna be difficult to break. Really need to put all these mines down though. I do like how the probes are able to skate by undetected.
Yeah, the pros are fine. I'm wondering. Okay, here they are. When the other tanks are coming, but here they are, 2 more tanks, and they can put some pressure now on the Protoss, I guess. And the Protoss, what does he have? He has 5 gateways, which is nice. Just put the 6th one, but needs to produce something out of them.
Delivering
It
additional
might be something,
zerglings
but-
now.
Oh, we really don't want any pot shots here. We
Huh.
really don't want
The-
turrets going down either.
There is speed on the observer. Here's the upgrade.
Yeah, I noticed that earlier. He made the first observer, and then he was also making observer speed right away.
Yeah,
Oh.
Zoe
One of the
mentioning
guys
shuttle
that I
speed.
almost never do.
More ultralisks
Shuttles
ready
would
for
definitely be
command.
great for this. Also, speed
Manadog
zealots would
just
be great for this.
subscribed.
Yeah, speed zealots. They're the counter of this thing.
That's always my favorite counter. I feel like speed zealots are the easiest unit to use that can get the most damage done when you're not watching them at all.
Yeah. And usually at this level, people don't have
no.
the right micro.
Look at these two
capabilities
vultures
to-
just killing every single probe at the third. They get taken out now, but there's only
That's
one probe
painful.
left. Oh my god, that's horrible.
Okay, dead weight is with the Stitch crashing it. He's
Oh, and Breeze does
yeah.
GG's. Wow.
that's it.
You know, this pylon at the third really slowed down the goons from coming out. I think if all the goons had been out there, they may have, in a good engage, they may have actually been able to take out all these tanks.
Yeah. And by the way, again, my feedback from the previous game, just a scout on the high ground could have changed everything. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, he did ultimately
Only
see
this.
the units on the high ground, but it was quite late and they were already set up.
Yeah, so, you know, getting an observer inside the base is great. If you can't get it inside the base, then hovering it over the natural so you can see when they move out is also wonderful. You can also put pylons in the way for, you know, at additional bases if they try to do drop ships, things like that. There's lots of options for scouting. But
Incorporating
knowing that that's coming
adaptation
and stopping
into
it before it gets
swarm.
there is sort of the biggest thing.
Zykopath_Dosmeo.
Anyway, Dustman, thanks for the bits, man. Awesome. Thank you.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm getting bits over here. I'm gonna have to start paying you guys.
I don't even know what do bits do in this thing.
They are small payments. I think 100 bits is like €1, I think.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, it's nice. Thank you.
Cheers.
So
Let's go.
we have another game by Breeze. This is gonna be Non-Breeze versus Nerfingen, another PVT. So let's have a look. As always, it's gonna be on Polypoid. The only map that matters, at least in preseason week 1. And
Okay,
we have
yes,
bottom
the
spawns
same
again.
positions.
Yeah, we're gonna have bottom spawns the whole evening, man.
So cool. But this time the turn is on the left side. Nerfingen. We saw him in the first game and Breeze in the previous one. So what are your bets, guys?
Yeah, I need to. I've been working actually on making like a script that automatically starts a poll whenever a new match starts, but it's not quite done yet. So maybe next cast we'll have that ready.
Cool.
Oh, that could be
You can
really cool.
gamble to your heart's content.
Oh,
Except I can't gamble actually. I'm in the Netherlands, and in the Netherlands you're not allowed to gamble with points. You can gamble for 0 points. That's what you can do, but not for
well, you
points.
can give me money and I'll gamble for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Sounds like a good deal. Yeah, look at Breeze's APM. Breeze has found the hotkeys. He found that you can hold down the hotkeys.
And once again, we're seeing that same sort of pylon placement next to the next to the geyser.
Yeah.
So they definitely had a plan.
Yeah, maybe this is the Nom special.
Special tactics. Always the protos are the people who do the special tactics.
Well, we definitely have more options.
Yeah, utilizing rally point. That's a good good thing about this low level, because I see nerfing gen isn't doing it, and that's something that I often see in the lower levels. But it's really helpful, and everyone does it. From Flash to Lana and Dada and everyone. Dada, are you utilizing the rally points?
It's absolutely essential, and in fact, it's like the other day I played some Warcraft 2, where you don't have rally points, and it feels so bad when you don't have rally points. It's like, oh no, I have to go all the way back to my macro barracks to grab my grunts and move them somewhere. That's terrible. It's like this is like the Stone Age.
So you're feeling like you're a StarCraft 2 player and just got back to Brood War.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I've never
like
played
that.
StarCraft 2, but I imagine that's how it feels. Yeah.
Oh man, their Finsion's got a few SCVs in this mineral line.
It's
Aren't working. There we go,
Oh.
putting them to work.
Oh, there
A
we
little
go,
behind
yeah.
the line, but
Yeah, there's
better
one
than
behind. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Just
for-
basically corrected himself after a few seconds.
I was just thinking maybe he's gonna lock the SCV behind the minerals so he can micro his wraiths, but yeah, you probably don't want to do that.
Okay, but in this game we see nerfing gen is mining from the gas station. Haha.
By the way, Breeze has not found Nervingen yet.
Oh, looks like last scout. And you know what? I don't know if they did it, but Breeze, you can use shift to control this probe, and you can click all 3 spots, and it'll go by itself if you're not doing that. Rally points and shift. Is that bit quiet again? Okay, thank you all. I'll get it. closer.
Lana, you have to stay with the mic.
Yeah, my bad.
I have the same
we had
problem.
the bunker on top, but he cancelled it, which is good.
Oh, yeah.
Breeze is coming, and he has a few dragoons with range on the way.
Did Breeze make the same mistake as me, thinking that the entrance is at the bottom?
I think so.
That's what I did.
Oh, there's
we
a
gotta
bunker,
get
but
these,
there's nothing
Marines
inside.
The bunker is scary.
Well, range isn't done yet. A couple more seconds. Oh, it just finished. And the Marines are coming down. The SCVs are ready to repair if need be. Turrets already as well.
Yeah, he should be fine. He just need to repair the bunker, please. To repair it.
Second SCV coming just in time. Canceling the turret.
Okay.
Actually, they don't need the turret right now. I don't see
Very
machine.
good. Then tank is coming, and I think nerfing gen should be fine. He just needs to repair again. Alright, that's good. And then, what's the plan from the proto? Another gateway. Maybe a Robostone or something like that. He has the resources to do a lot of stuff, in fact.
Yeah, he needs to throw in a lot more gateways and start getting ready to take a third, potentially.
Yeah, he can do whatever he wants. He can even go for a Robo and Templars. Dark Templars, for example. He can do a lot of stuff. Or even go for Toon Exile.
Oh my god, look at the gas station for Nervingen. There's 5
bunker
SCVs
goes
on the
down.
cast. Oh my god, the bunker went down? What happened? I wasn't even looking. Oh.
You know, they kept over repairing at points. and so
Ah,
I think,
yeah. This is very important to know that you have to repair with the same number of SCVs as Dragoons, and if you under repair or over repair, the bunker will eventually fall. Because when you over repair, eventually the bunker is completely done repairing, and then they will stop repairing it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if this was on purpose either, but Breeze actually for a little while kept microing one of the goons back and forth, and so it changed. You know, it kept repairing and then finishing because, you know, they had the right amount of SCVs, and then one of the goons stopped firing.
Oh, that's a dirty trick. I love it. I don't know if that was intentional
Yeah,
either,
by the
but
way,
if it was intentional, that's very clever.
it's a cool idea when you got like 4 or 5 dragoons and you just pointed the bunker, and you can hold them, like repetitively press hold, so they won't attack on the bunker. So the Terran will over repair it, stop repairing it, and then the dragoons can start shooting. And that's one of the ways that you can kill a bunker as a props.
Yeah, for the Terran that's not micromanaging that bunker over and over, that can definitely be deadly.
Just one factory and it's pumping out 1 tank at a time.
Slowly but steady.
Yeah, a lot of gateways coming down too. 3 more on the way for a total of 6. I think we should have seen a little more pro production and SCV production from both these players, but
Yeah, well, it's
good.
probably the most usual feedback that people at the lower ranks receive, just to
Right.
build more workers. And there is a reason for it, of course.
Yeah, you know, Fridge mentioning that it's 1 factory versus 6 gateways. So, you know, they may be able to just overrun them. I am noticing that some of these goons are getting stuck in the gateways, though, in the Sim City.
Oh my god, you're right.
Although maybe this top one isn't actually stuck and
I
it's
don't
just not
think it's
rallied.
stuck. Well, I don't know.
But the
maybe
bottom
it
one is, I think. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. I can't tell. Maybe they're both can get out. Hard to say.
Am I wrong in
Breeze.
thinking that you can basically just A-move this with the amount of goons that you have?
I think if they're all together, you could probably A-move it. But
It's-
it might depend a little. Like if this tank gets set up on the high ground,
Yeah,
perhaps.
there is another tank coming up now, so...
There's only 2 Marines in the bunker. Yeah, they can probably A-move it. Oh gosh, there's so many goons at home. If they brought all these other goons, they definitely could.
Yeah,
You know, one of the hardest
these
parts
teams-
about the game is like realizing when you can and can't engage and like, you know, and win or fair or trade fairly. It's difficult to do.
crucial one. Crucial one and really difficult in all matchups against everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of the hardest things.
And usually, at least on the higher levels, you don't want to commit everything to a fight. At least not that often. You just need to poke, like on the left side of the map, and then you need to know how to navigate through the whole map. So to be able to engage with his other army, which is trying to counter you or something like that. So at higher levels, it's also important to know how to navigate, not just how and when to engage, but you need to have a whole plan, how to move from there to there and stuff. It's a whole skill in StarCraft, in my opinion. Whole different skill. that
Well,
needs to be
Breeze
perfected.
is missing that window that they had to attack, I think. There's probably starting to become too many units to just a move.
There's now 5
Yeah.
goons stuck in the base, by the way.
And
I
right
don't
now,
know if they're
well,
stuck or just not rallied. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, I think at least the 3 in the middle are not stuck, I think. Because I think the probes are in the way, but I think they should be
Yeah,
able
but
to
they can
move
get
through.
out. They're just not rallied. It's gonna be hard to get out.
I think that the people watching the stream are they just kind of want to see a fight at this point because we've got such a build up here on both sides and nothing is happening. They're just standing, staring at each other.
yeah, they want to be ready about the fight. And I like that Nerfingen added some factories so he can produce more units. And right now he even has a lot more workers than the Protoss. Which is interesting because Breeze was really ahead.
Well, it would still be hard to bust, but you know, Breeze also took that 6 o'clock position, which is, you know, once that high ground gets taken by Nerfingen, then you know, moving a few tanks to the 6 o'clock position isn't that difficult, and this base could be in danger. Slowly
Yeah, but
moving
first
that
he needs to
speed
get the
forward.
high ground, which is really hard to do. But I think there are a lot of tanks. And
My queen,
Breeze should not
pardon me
engage,
for
at least not
interrupting.
right now.
But the visitors
She
you
would
have been
like to
expecting have arrived.
Oh my god, Bonnet! Thank you for the raid! We got 90 viewers!
Whoa,
Thanks
so
a
cool.
lot! We are
More
watching
zerglings.
we
A
are
lot
watching
of
CPL
top users.
games. Yeah, exactly. So let me quickly explain for all the new viewers. We are watching CPL games. CPL is the Coach-Pupil League, where you can learn to play StarCraft, learn to improve.
Delivering additional zerglings now.
And this is the one of the lower groups. So this is our players who are quite new to the game. We are seeing here a TVP that is kind of just in the process of everybody massing up units, and it looks like now we're gonna have that nice big engage that we've been waiting for.
Yeah, we'll be waiting for this one for 10 minutes, and it's happening. It's marvelous.
Some decent targeting as well, actually.
Yeah, that's good.
Wow.
I only missed the leg speed
Yeah,
for the
no.
Zealots, but there are so many Dragoons.
Yeah, the supply difference is a little out of control right now.
Yeah, the Protoss got twice as much.
Look at this repair! Look at this repair!
Oh my god.
Look at this
Oh, and
repair!
he's wasting
The
so
game
many
will have to
shots on the
continue.
bunker, but he
Oh,
does
no.
get it.
Whoa, 6 kills tank.
Oh, and there's so many more reinforcements coming now.
Yeah, but will they actually engage? It's hard to say if they're willing to move forward. You know, it
Yeah.
can be difficult. There's definitely units coming out at a decent pace, and there's tanks on the high ground. They could probably do it, but without speed, I'd be a little hesitant too. They already traded fairly.
I just
Yeah.
want to mention that the observers are so beautiful.
How many are there? Oh my
9
god.
observers.
There's so many of them.
Yeah, we could have a little better
It's
vision.
art.
We have some scans coming down. Nerfingen's just looking at all the goons that are stuck.
Well, leg speed is on the way. +2 is on the way for Terran. 5 factories. About 10 gates. 3 base versus 2 base. You know, I know that Breeze is probably well ahead, but I don't think that Nerfingen is necessarily out of it yet.
No, no. I think he actually managed to ramp up his production pretty well. He's got +2.
Yeah, yeah.
But he has to sit back now. He can't try to engage.
Yeah, he can't lose units.
Yes, some vouchers could be nice.
Yeah, we need something to buffer, especially once these zealots have speed.
If they get speed. Oh, but it's on the way, so probably soon. Ah, really soon. Okay, so my prediction is that when there is the upgrade ready, we'll see some action. I hope so.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
they have
sitting
enough
there.
units to A-move and win this right now.
Well, they are sitting there, but not in an arc. They're sitting there in kind of in the ball shape.
Yeah, that's, by the way, that's a good takeaway from this game. Observers are important. And that's it.
Observer's important.
He's got its
Top UI.
hotkeyed. He's got a hotkey so he can make obs the whole time.
Yeah, but let's see, Breeze. His limit isn't. He is blocked, I mean, but he has a lot of units. He just needs to use them.
Taking
So,
the high.
a good thing that he does is that he waits a little bit, not just attacking, but he doesn't care about his units, which is not cool. Heal zealots are quite
More
nice.
Zerglings.
We've got 2-1
Yeah,
now for
that-
Terran.
That wasn't a great trade, but oh, you know what? Manadog wants us to talk about how to join CPL. How do we join CPL, Dada? For
Well,
those
if
newcomers.
you actually, we've got Y2 in the chat right now. He can probably tell you. We have a website, cplbw.com, where you can sign up. If you sign up right now, we're now currently in preseason, which means we are going through 2 weeks of games just to see what everyone's level is, and after these 2 weeks, we will start playing the tournament properly. And you can still sign up for CPL for the next season, and you will be put on the wait list, which means you will be sorted into a team at a later time. But yeah, you should definitely sign up and join and play some games. It's fun. We try to be a very fun community. It's for all levels. It's for people who want to improve at the game. And yeah, I guarantee that there's stuff you'll be able to take away from it if you do join.
Okay, Breeze
I
finally
can-
moving forward
I
up the
can
high ground.
recommend CPL a lot. But yeah, let's see the attack.
But this wasn't with everything. There's so
Alpha
many units
attack.
that were left behind.
Yeah.
So Breeze, I think, is trading poorly, and actually Nerf Engine is sort of catching up a little bit.
Yeah, and he has like maybe 15 tanks. He just needs to produce 2 rounds of vultures and he can be deadly against
Yeah,
this what Breeze has. which
It
is
would be
currently
nice
only
if you
gateway
saw
units.
a little more of the tanks on this higher ground position. And then, like you said, making a few vultures and just mining up this area, and then that attack would have just gone even more poorly.
I do have to say that both sides have a dangerous level of workers. Very good level.
Yeah, they definitely ramped up to a nice
And
spot.
look at how low Nervinger's resources are. So he's really hitting the macro cycled now.
Yeah, he's focused now. At the beginning, he wasn't really sure what he is doing. At
This
least
is
from
what
my
you-
point of
this is
view.
what you
but
need all those
now
observers
he's feeling
for.
good.
See, you know what? Okay, people meme on me sometimes, but I do an observerless build. Look how many observers there were, and still
Still.
a ton of zealots died. This is why I don't make observers, because my units die anyways.
Yeah, who cares about the observers? Yeah, they're just a pretentious, stupid thing. But alright, that's an interesting attack from both sides, and now the siege tanks will finish everything from the top side, and he needs to get back. Some units are getting produced by Breeze, which is nice because he stopped for a while.
Yeah, he has a big bank. He could max out pretty quickly. And even his gate count isn't that low. I mean, he's got a decent amount. He could max
Oh,
out pretty quickly.
By the way,
Probably
I missed this, but Breeze actually removed one of his gateways that was
Yeah.
blocking units, that's actually the right move to do. If something is blocking, you do have to do something about it.
Yeah, sometimes need to wait a little bit until you do it. It's not the first most important thing that you need to do.
Yes.
But at some point, if it is so frustrating, like this gateway used to be, definitely kill it.
Well, Breeze is really lining things up, getting ready for the full-on A move.
Ooh,
Oh, losing
that's
the
showing.
shuttle though.
Yeah, it's really that's a shame. Because he had a High Templar in there. He was ready to do a Storm drop.
There were 3 zealots and a high temper.
Is it possible to storm from the low ground, from
Yeah.
right below that turret? Yeah.
Yeah, he can.
Engage, but all the groups aren't going. The tanks are
Oh.
very bundled up. Oh, the storms are massive. Ooh.
I can feel the pain. And now the observers are on top of the tanks. Yeah.
Oh, look at those upgrades from Nerfinger, though.
Oh, and Breeze with a huge zealot army behind all of this and just A-moving everything. And
Yeah,
I think
well,
that can wipe
lot
out the
of
rest
army.
of the tanks.
Big army from Breeze. Nerfingen. I got the feeling that I was not really tracking what he was doing, but I got the feeling that he stopped producing units for a while, and otherwise he could have stopped somehow Breeze. At least there might be such an option. But no way, there is a lot.
I
How
love
many
this
gateways
observer
are
army.
there? Like 10 gateways, maybe more?
Yeah, I think we're at 10 gateways. And a lot of them are you know, have 4 or 5 units queued.
Yeah, and Nerfingen has stayed on 5 factory. There's no other factories at the moment, and he's mined out of his main. He only has the natural with almost no minerals left, and he just lost the third, so this is really bad. He needs to immediately retake the third.
Yeah,
he
is
is
the
making
CC
a
is
little
alive.
sneak base at the top left.
Oh,
If he
you're
doesn't
right.
die immediately, he could potentially survive a little longer, but
I didn't even
he's
notice
going to have
that.
to survive this attack, and I don't know how likely that is. This is just a lot of units.
Yeah, without any mines, there is no real chance against so many zealots.
Yeah, I think Breeze is just going to keep making units and walking in over and over. It's so hard to stabilize in these positions. You know, there's so much. All of the Terran units have to be microed.
Well, in practice, it's impossible to stabilize after such thing, I think. So he needs to focus on what to do before that, before this
Right.
situation comes into play. Because right now, more and more Protoss army is coming. Even the observers aren't attacking yet, but if they come, it will be scary.
There it is.
GG.
GG. Breeze with the win.
I'm sure there was GG in the Allied chat. Okay, so that means our next game is gonna be Breeze versus Shimmer. And for a moment there, I thought we were gonna have a PvP. I almost said it was PvP, but it's actually a PvZ because Shimmer is a Zerg now.
Yeah, he's Trans-Zerg.
Yes. And Y2Kid saying in the chat that Nerf is helping keep the server for the app alive. So thank you, Nerfingen, for helping us out with the server. That's awesome. Thank you.
Insane.
Grast,
cool.
the next game is up. Do you see it?
Yeah, I was getting some water.
It's always good to stay hydrated.
Yeah. Important stuff. Ready?
So we will just finish this group and then I think we will take a quick break. Okay, so this is going to be Breeze versus Shimmer. on Polypoid, as always.
Which positions?
It's gonna be bottom positions. Vote now for. Oh no! It's
Whoa.
cross positions.
What's the map? I'm not sure. Maybe a different map? Is
Yeah,
it
it's a
this
different.
Eclipse?
Must be.
It's
must
fighting
be.
spirits.
Yeah. Ah, yeah.
So we have in the
Maybe
bottom
no.
right corner in the cool black, it's Shimmer, CPL, Rev. And in the top left corner, it's Breeze, the non-clan.
I gotta tell you, anytime I see black or brown, I immediately shift tab because it's so hard to see these colors. It's so hard to see drops and small movements from armies.
Yeah, especially for
problem.
the black color, it's terrible.
Should I
It's
shift
awful.
tab for the replay? Maybe that's better. Because
I always do, but
Shimmer is a good guy. Shimmer always plays on top versus bottom, so we can always shift the colors. So
there it
be
is.
like Shimmer, be a good guy.
Shimmer is the
I,
guy. So, Shimmer is having his Overlord before a pool, so it won't be such an
Is
aggressive
this
build.
pylon misplaced? Is that just me, or
yeah, it's definitely misplaced.
Well, it
It's
depends on
definitely
the plan.
misplaced.
It could be included in the
guess you
plan.
could
I don't know.
put a gate and a forge in front of it? Maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe the pylon. Y2 says the pylon is fine, so I don't know.
Really, pylon is fine. Oh, okay.
Does it block the nexus?
I don't think.
Yeah,
that's-
that's the important stuff, in fact.
That's true. Doesn't block the nexus. All right, there's the forge.
I guess it goes in
The
front of
gate
it. Yeah.
next to it. Isn't that a pretty big spot?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't see
It'll
it
be
normally in that
fine.
position, but yeah.
Usually, I would think that the pylon would be slightly further back and then to the right, and so that lets you put cannons in front of the pylon. Because otherwise, that's one less spot where you can put
Well,
where you
if
can put
the
cannons.
pylon, if the pylon is on the left or the right side of the wall, but if it's on the top or the bottom from the wall, then you need to be half a pylon above it, because you won't have the enough space to put all the buildings below or above the pylon. But these are just details, and everything can be tweaked and fine-tuned, and it's not perfect. It's StarCraft. After all, there were a lot of players called Art of StarCraft or something related with StarCraft, like Art of Turtle. There are a lot of guys that find some kind of art in this game, and that's a part of it.
So we saw building 2 cannons, canceling, and now rebuilding. Is this just going
Oh,
to be over? I think
cannon
the
got
cannons
cancelled.
too
Oh
late.
no.
That's
We
not
built
cool.
2 and then decided. So
And
I
Shimmer
mean, I
sees
think
what's
we
going
can
on,
see-
and Shimmer's just going to be pumping links, I think. Look, he's attacking the cannon with the drone. That's exactly what you should be doing. You can actually like do serious damage to the cannon. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
the second cannon is.
cannon.
Yeah, it will be stopped.
Yeah, this
Stop
is
not.
just over.
You know, in the future, the one
Yeah,
thing that you
oh my
can
God.
do if your cannon is going to be late like this is if you have vision on the map, you can drill like 8 or 9 probes, and you can sometimes stop the Zerglings just for an additional 5 seconds or so. Maybe
There's the
get those
GG.
cannons up.
Yeah, the first cannon, wherever you put it, never stop it. It's just.
Yeah. And by
So
the way,
painful.
guys, if you're new to the game, this sort of thing it happens. It happens to everyone, so don't feel too bad about it. You
Yeah,
always
it
have.
happened to me tons of times. It
Yeah.
even happened to me last week.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna
Shit
keep happening.
happens.
Yeah,
That's
it's you have to like not be too thrown off by that. You always have to have a certain number of games where things just go completely wrong like that. They're
Well,
gonna
and that's
keep
also
happening.
part of where CPL comes in, right? You get to talk to a coach, and they can help you out with where to place everything, when to place everything, what you have, how many you have to place, depending on what you see. You can learn all of that in CPL.
So then we have the final game of Group 2, which is going to be Shimmer versus Deadweight. So a ZVT for a change.
On another map.
Another
No.
map? It's the same map. Sorry.
Okay, then the bottom positions.
Let's see if we get the top positions this time.
Zergling
be.
reinforcements arriving.
Place your bets now. Oh, it's cross spawn again. Okay.
But this time the other cross.
I have to switch back the colors because this one was not
Delivering
played on
additional Zerglings
top first spawn.
now.
That's okay. These colors are quite nice.
Yeah,
Well, except for
probably
black,
Shimmer
maybe.
didn't create the game.
Yeah, that must be it.
That's my guess. But yeah, ZVT. Deadweight is on the top right side with Term.
He's hitting his hotkeys.
He won his match 2 replays ago. Right?
Some serious. Man,
I
I don't
think so.
remember who won what.
I'm sorry, for
Yeah,
me it's like some of these players are new, and when the players are new to me, I find it difficult to remember.
You're right. Yes, he did win his game against Breeze, I believe.
Yes.
It's Friday evening for me and kind of a knockout.
Yes, so
but,
Deadweight won against Breeze, and then Nervinger lost to Breeze.
Mhm. Yeah, and Shimmer won the game against Terran that he played.
Yeah, against
And,
Nervinger.
I think he's going for a similar build. Or maybe not, because he's going for an overpool. And before that, I think he went for fast hatchery. Not sure, to be honest.
Oh, look at
And
this
here
SimCity of the
Deadweight
Terran.
is doing the low for PvP,
Yeah.
which is fine. It's okay. But this positioning of the buildings is really useful against Protoss. That's quite nice to see that Deadweight utilizes it and does it. That's good. And now Shimmer will get his hatchery most probably soon.
There's so many people in the chat. It's
Same
like
build as
chat's really
last
popping
time.
off. Sorry, Lana. Could you oh, same build as last
I
time.
think this is the same build as last time. for
Ah,
Shimmer.
yes.
I recall them getting that pull then and the hatch going down at 12. So I think this is the same thing. So yeah, I think.
Okay.
And I think that he's been shying away from mutas as well. So I think we're probably going to see lurkers again.
I actually think the Terran is just doing straight up doing a build against Protoss with that gas.
Yeah, the gas is gone again.
He does the same build that he did in his TVP against Breeze.
I suppose it's not
He's not
that
mining
bad.
any gas.
Yeah,
Yeah, gas.
completely went off gas.
Mhm.
Very interesting.
And Shimmer has his extractor earlier this time.
Yeah, his
My
gas
queen,
station, you mean?
Pardon me for interrupting.
Oh my god.
The visitors you have been
His gas
expecting
station.
have arrived.
Oh,
Guys, we've got another
Jim
raid.
did not get vision of
Whoa,
the fact-
whoa, whoa.
We've got another raid from the
Again?
Walt. Thank you.
Protoss brother.
Oh,
Guys, welcome. This is CPL. This is the Coach-Pupil League. So we are showing some matches between our players. The CPL is for learning to improve at the game. You can still sign up if you want. We are about to start the next season. So if you sign up now on cplbw.com,
Zergling reinforcements
then you can join us and you can learn to improve your game. You can have some coaching and
Yeah, you can
have some fun
give a
games.
present to your wife or your girlfriend by signing her in CPL and joining us. So
Yes, exactly.
We can train her and become super real pro Gosu.
Yes. So these matches that we're doing today are from our lower level players who are quite new to the game, most of them. So let's have a look and see how that plays out. We've got a ZVT here between Shimmer and Deadweight. Shimmer is a CPL veteran. Deadweight is new to CPL. Let's see how this plays out.
What's happening with these vultures? Are these trying to be hidden?
See the rabbits? How they jump?
Yes.
They're really jumpy, I tell you.
It's a good thing I turned off the TTS before going live, or we would be flooded by messages, I think.
Yeah, that was a nice denial.
Oh, these vultures can't get out because the Marines are in the way. There we go.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm not seeing any sunks yet. Oh, we do see a spire going down for Shimmer, so it's not going to be lurkers like I thought.
I think he's probably going to be making some songs right now, seeing those vultures.
Yeah, he needs it quick.
He dealt with this very well in the other game, where Nerfingen went vultures as well.
Yeah, and he's made it part of the. He's made a little semi-wall. Is he going to make a full
More
wall?
zerglings.
Oh, he's blocking the ramp with drones. That's a good move.
Then he...
But this is going to be
Just-
late, I think.
Oh, it's...
Yeah.
Let's see.
He has lings popping right now. It's just in time, I think.
Delivering additional
Alright, that's
zerglings
good.
now.
He'll delay a
Wonder-
little bit the damage from the vultures, and now he can deny them with the sunken,
Oh,
which is...
God, what a close hold. Really nice.
Nice timing. Only one drone lost.
That was really close. But then, what's going on? We see from Shimmer's side there is plenty of gas, not so many minerals. He would like to go for like 6 meters right away, and Goliaths. That's the choice of weapon for deadweight.
Yeah, these,
Shimmer is crushing it. In this group he already have like 2 wins or 3 wins. I'm not
I think
sure.
3 wins, I thought.
and he lost one game, didn't he? Well, I don't actually remember, to be honest.
With-
So it looks like
He's
it
playing
looks
well
like
with-
he's 2-0
with that.
so far, I think.
Yeah, well, Shimmer is, for those of you who don't know Shimmer is like one of the real practice beasts of CPL Tier 3, which is the low-level tier in CPL. He's someone who just plays ladder every day. And he recently, if you've seen him on Discord, he changed his avatar to say 5K in the avatar, because he hit 5,000 games played. So this guy's a practice beast, and he's definitely improved in the off season. He's been putting in the hours, so it's really paying off, I think.
And Zerk is a new race to him, I think.
That's
At least
right,
I don't know
yes.
if he previously have played.
Yeah, he was Protoss before this.
Yeah, I just don't know from the previous seasons because I joined in CPL 8. And in the beginning of the next year is CPL 9. So I'm not so familiar with all the players and all the people who are involved. And there are plenty of guys in CPL, like 200-300 people who are really active, most of them, which is really cool community. Really engaged people who love the game, like I do. And yeah, CPL is really great place and great community.
Now let's see how much damage the Mutus can get. He's got 11, and he's also getting upgrades with it.
Yeah, but this is actually dangerous, I think, because we've got so many units being made for Terran. He's just building up his Goliaths, building up his mech units, getting his upgrades.
Yeah, and Shimmer is right now is researching the attack upgrade of the Mutus, and that's not the right choice against mech army from the Terran, because the Goliaths, they do 20 damage, but against bio units they do half of that, so they do like 10 damage to a Muta, and if you got the upgrade for the carapace, it will be quite better than the attack upgrade for the Mutas. That's That's one of the important things when Zergs face mech army from the Terrans, and they
Yeah.
go for so many mutas. It's really important to know that.
I also think that maybe Shimmer shouldn't be investing this much into Lings. I think he should be going into Hydra from here. With Lings just not being very good against Goliaths, especially when they have an armor upgrade.
Yeah, well, they can help, but definitely just when they face the mech army, they will get obliterated in a second or two. But
Oh, I see that the
probably most of the times Zergs would like to mix in with some Hydras.
yeah,
with
I
the
see the
mutas.
upgrade starting now, so Hydras do seem to be on the way.
Yeah, a few finally in production as well. And also a third base being taken at the bottom right. Almost done. The drone count's actually pretty nice for Shimmer on 2, almost 3 bases.
Looks like the mutas are moving out again. Just good because they haven't really gotten that much work done so far.
Yeah, you know, they didn't kill much, but they did actually force a decent amount of turrets. But they probably could have forced more turrets, especially at the top right of Deadweight's base. There's nothing up there. There was definitely moments where you know these Mutalisks could have just sat there unmicroed, and then once the Goliaths came up, you could leave.
And for the Terrans, it could be really annoying. Just
Yeah.
the need to move around with these low units and to navigate through the buildings. Because this really can be annoying and even can cause the game sometimes.
Gosh, I'm a little worried for Shimmer. I mean, we see these Goliaths moving out, and there's really no vision of it yet. I'm worried that they're gonna engage one of these small Zerg armies and just lose, you know, a third of their army real quick.
And right now he doesn't really have much. Like, just 12 mutas or less.
He has sort of units all over the place, right? He's got units at the bottom at that high ground natural.
Yeah. And the worst thing is happening, at least for the Zerg. Having several battles with different... I mean that just his units get killed.
Yeah,
You need to keep an eye on them when you're
I
playing
think
Zerg.
he has enough units to actually combat this, but only if he does so with a full surround from, you know, 4 different control groups.
Flanking and synchronizing all the units at the same
Yeah.
time, which can be tough, really tough
Yeah,
to
course, it's so
coordinate
hard.
and plan, but probably the only way against such an army. No, he can probably delay a little bit the Terran, but there is a tank already there.
Well, he is going for a backstab at
Nice.
the same time.
Yeah, that's nice backstab, but what we would do, there are no Marines in the bunker, which is cool for Shimmer, but while this is happening in his base, he's almost dying.
Well,
Doesn't
you know
get
what?
much,
He's
and
lost
there
too
are a
many
lot of
overlords
turrets.
because he can't build any new units. He's got the money,
Oh,
larva, but he just can't spend any of it. So
Ah.
I don't know if he could hold it anyways, but you know he potentially could have held his ramp if he had units streaming in.
yeah. And now
And
he's bringing back the mutas, and they're just not there.
Yeah, he is getting damage done at Deadweight's base, but I think he's just losing too much because of that supply block.
Yeah, Vulture is really good against the Zerglings, the dogs. And now the mutas came into Deadweight's base. And they can do a lot, but more army is producing Deadweight, and probably will be able to stop him while killing him in his base.
I think we overmade the overlords just a little bit. 32 out of 148.
Yeah, but he has the resources.
Yeah.
He doesn't
yeah,
have the
lava.
limit to build anything, so why not to build like 10 overlords or 12? But it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, drone count has plummeted. The tech is about to die.
Yeah.
I actually think that the counter they did there wasn't a terrible move. If they had
was a
just
great
had
move.
enough overlords, they
It was a
may have
great
been able to. Yeah, they may have been able to survive just by holding the ramp. They would have had to sack their natural, but
Yeah, it was a great move, but for example, when he got attacked at the natural choke, he had to have at least the mutas with him and do the backstab with the Zerlings. It would be even better. Maybe he could have a chance to kill enough army, so with the follow-up units, you could be able to kill it all. But yeah, maybe we'll know someday.
GG.
GG.
So that was all the matches for Group 2. I think we're gonna take a quick break. Let's do 5 minutes, I guess.
All right.
And then we'll be right back, and we'll cast Group 12, which is sort of like a mid-range group. So these players are a little bit more experienced. They're like tier 2, around tier 2 players, I think. So yeah, we're gonna be back in.
I'm back
Yeah.
in 5.
All right.
All right. See you in a while.
Special message from Azagaling, join CPN9 now. https://cplbw.com/ This stream is sponsored by the Coach-Pupil League. Trust me, I'm a Zagilling. https://cplbw.com/
Alright, I think we are back now. I'm ready to move on to the next group, which is going to be group 12. You guys ready yet, or do I need to?
Ready?
We need to wait another minute. It's fine. It's fine. Just before we get into the next group, I just want to show off this scene because I worked so hard on it. CPL 9 is here. Sign-ups open now. Guys, go join CPL. It's fun. Even if you're already so good that you don't need to learn anything, join it anyway. Even if you're Flash, join CPL.
Yeah, you can teach us.
Yes.
When would that be?
That would
so
be awesome.
cool.
That would be really awesome to have Flash.
Yeah.
But we have some people that are close to Flash.
Yeah.
At
We've
least
got,
in their dreams.
we've got Doodle.
We're as big as our dreams in the end of the game.
Yeah.
Of the day, not the game, but maybe the game. I don't know.
Let me get the next group going. Oh, the replays are actually in a different order than on the list that I have, so I should be careful about that. So the first game is gonna be Martin B versus Tachometer. Starting the game now.
Okay, I know Martin, but I'm not familiar with Tachometer, so it will be interesting to me to see him.
Me neither. I think maybe this is a new player. I'm not sure. I don't remember seeing them before. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they've been in CPL before.
That's the cool part of the preseason, because we can see the new guys, and it's always interesting to see what they can show us.
Yeah.
And maybe we can help them with our feedback in the games. I don't know, or maybe we can annoy them with it.
Yeah.
But still, that's something.
So we're gonna go into a ZVZ here, and of course it's gonna be on Polypoid. So let's get into it.
Let's go.
Wow, Polypoid! I didn't expect that. Per player map, right?
Yes, and we're cross-spawns again.
Oh. Okay, they both are representing the very well-known clans. And it's a ZVZ. I like their colors right now.
I cannot stand this blue color because it's so hard to read the names for me, but maybe this is just my monitor. I don't know.
Yeah, I actually switched colors just now, so.
Yeah.
The thing that could change the things for you is maybe just get your monitor like 5 centimeters away from your face. That will help.
That's an option. Yeah, I haven't seen Tachometer play either. I've played versus Genesis, and actually, I feel like I've played Genesis probably a dozen times, and I only recently played him, and for the first time he beat me. So the dude is definitely improving. I think he got me with like a Hydra all in or something. He's gotten a lot better.
Yeah, I think he got back into the game in the previous CPL season. So he's kind of a new guy, but not so much. So he's familiar with the structure and what's going on. But still, he has a lot to show and to improve. I believe that he's doing the right things in order to improve.
Tachometer was banking up some cash, but
Yeah, fast hatchery this time. Some kind of economic build, and this hatchery is in his main. I wonder if he'll go for the old school way of building buildings. Yeah, he does it. Like, this is the way that most of the Zergs were doing their SimCity, let's say 10 years ago.
oh,
And
okay.
they can put the sunken just between the hatcheries and the spawning pool, and then on the left side they can put, for example, a spire, something like that. Sometimes they go for spire behind the mineral line, but not so often, and on this map it's not possible, right?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how these builds interact with Martin going for the 12 pool and getting the hatchery on the natural.
So I actually love this type of build. I'm a huge fan of putting, the second hatch in your main and getting that colony, because there's so many games that I've lost where I didn't get this sunken, and then 2 lings end up killing me. I come back and it's almost as if a DT has been in my main because I'm microing all these Zerglings at my main base or on the attack. So
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of this type, especially for newer players. And we're already seeing a layer come down, so I think we're
Really
going to
fast
see
layer.
fast mutas.
Yeah, if you want to just get mutas on one base, it's kind of an easier game in a way. You don't have to manage your natural, you don't have to worry about attacks on your natural. It looks like the players have...
Oh, I thought we were
Well,
going
at
to see
least
a
Mark-
dual kill there. Oh, bummer.
yeah, that can happen, right? It's very rare, but... Or is that
Yeah,
not something
I'm a
that
little
actually
worried
happens?
for
I don't
Mark.
know.
I'm a little worried because, we're getting a 3rd hatch here. I don't think we're going to have any money for muta defense, right?
No, I think Martin's just gonna go Ling all in, actually.
Yeah, we are seeing that scout finally, which is great. So now they know what's coming, but they do have to time this right. They got to try to Ling all in, but this 3rd hatch isn't going to be done for a long time. If another colony goes down, I think it's going to be tough.
And Tachometer is putting down the spire at this moment, and now Genesis needs to attack. He has the metabolic boost, so he can move fast.
Yeah, he's
And-
actually making more drones right now, though.
Ah, yeah, that's...
More and more drones. I mean, the economy is going to be huge, but I'm worried he just won't have any answer for the mutas.
He committed so much in this early aggression. I think that he should just produce more Zerglings.
Yeah, I feel so as well. I feel like
Yeah.
you're gonna have to make this work or you don't have anything.
Right. Well, here comes the second sunk, which I think is a great response. We probably just need to see more and more lings, and you just need to defend. And actually, you can do that with these sunks here. You can just take your lings and move them back and forth while the sunks do a lot of the damage. A lot of money's banking up for Genesis as well.
Yeah, and Tachometer just created enough Zerglings so he can stop him. And now Martin needs to think what he will do next. Because he won't be able to kill
Yeah,
his opponent.
yeah, that's not happening. Well, maybe unless he takes like a really good engage here, but yeah, Tachometer just
Yeah.
goes back up the ramp and... Oh,
There's
no,
just no
actually
way.
lets him back up the ramp, yeah.
So
The Suns
an
are
echo
too
chamber, that's important thing that Maybe
He's-
he's a little bit late, but he should be okay at this
I
point.
think so, yeah. If they're not rallied right across the map, we're gonna need to see more Evos in the main bases, or not more Evos, but more colonies in the main base. Oh, and actually, we're seeing a sunk. We're not even seeing. We're
He
not
needs-
seeing a spore.
Ah,
Are the mutas rallied though? And the mutas aren't rallied over there, so this is giving time. Actually, chasing the Overlord. More colonies going down all over the place.
Yeah,
he's like
know what?
supply blocked and needs to create some overlords to do more mutas out of his larvas. So that's the thing that delayed Takumeter. And now Martin has the time to produce spurs, which is good. In general, in ZVZ, when the timing is, at least I perceive it in this way, when your opponent finishes, his pyre is done. Then if you put your Evo chamber and put down some spores, the timing will be just perfect to stop your opponent.
oh my god, Tachometer just lost the Overlord to the spores.
Yeah.
Oh, and these mutas are flying into the spores as well, taking a lot of damage. One muta
I think
almost
if
going
they
down.
hadn't, if they hadn't attacked that Overlord in their main base, then they may have just won the game by rallying across the map with mutas. But at this point, Genesis actually has, I think, a huge lead. They're on 2 bases with 3 hatches. They have double, double the drones. This is trouble for Tachometer.
Yeah, this is actually so many drones. Like 30 drones is not something that you see in a ZVZ, like ever.
We're seeing a second Evo chamber and Hydralisk Den being put down, which I think is a good move. It can be difficult to put down a Spire and then try to match the mutas. So I like going Hydras here.
Yeah, the Hydras are really nice, and with the Evo chamber you can do all the research that you need for Hydras, so they can be really strong in a few minutes. Just enough time to produce a lot of Hydras, and then the push is really strong. Many people don't like the Hydra playing ZVZ, but it's really the mutas are really strong on really high level. I've seen people with 2000 MMR and even more who are really good with Hydras, with just Hydras against mutas, and it works for them.
I actually feel that at this point, these mutas can't really get that much done. There's so many spores now. I think the only thing you can do is just expand.
Yeah, well,
one other option
annoying.
potentially would... Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
I was gonna say one other option is to actually get Guardians at some point, because we don't see much anti-air. There's no Spire, and so Guardians actually could potentially be good here.
Yes. I think so as well, yeah. They do outrange the spores. Assuming you babysit them a little bit. But...
My suggestion for these mutas would be just to go in the main of the opponent, in this game in Martin's main, and just above his ramp, just put them there, and then anything that moves from his main to his nature will be vulnerable. So that's a good option when there are so many spurs and there is this really strategical spot that can be taken by the mutas. It can delay a lot the Hydras and all the economy of such Zergs who got so many Sunkens and spurs and not so many army units.
But even with all of these spores, Genesis is still at 39 drones. This is a massive economy.
Yeah, that's huge.
Tachometer is actually kind of starting to catch up a little bit. Now it's 26 drones. And I wonder if, like you say, I wonder if he's going to go Hive at some point.
Probably depends on Martin when he decides to go out and try to attack. And that should be in connection with the researches that he is doing right now. The attack of the Hydras is like 70% done, so we are about 1 minute away from some action, real action.
Yeah, and the
No,
armor
more
upgrade is
mutas.
very good on the Hydras against Mutas.
Oh yeah, yeah. Really good. Because the bounce damage, it really significantly changes the dynamic
Yeah,
of the
and the Mutas do have
battle.
damage against the Hydras, so they actually have like quite a low attack against Hydras. You really need like huge numbers to be able to fight them.
Mhm. Yeah,
You know, this SimCity's
ideally you would
actually,
like to control them well. But
this
then
SimCity's actually a little scary for Genesis to come out of.
Wait, maybe I said that
yeah.
wrong. I think maybe I said I don't mean that the Mutas have half attack against Hydras. Hydras have half attack against Mutas. That's what I think the deal is, right? I'm sorry. This is like this doesn't really. I don't really see this matchup that much. This Hydra vs Mutas, but yeah.
Wow, Scourge being produced as well. What's the play
Scourge.
here?
Yeah,
What's
that's
the play?
interesting.
Is it? I mean,
Well,
they've
he
seen
doesn't
the
know
mutas.
what's
They've seen
going
them.
on in Martin's base. He didn't check with a single mutant just to confirm if there are mutas or hydras. I guess he's just an assumption from his side that there are mutas and he needs scourges. I don't really see any other reason that would make sense. I don't know.
Well, the Queen's Nest is just finishing, so higher tech it looks like is coming.
Yeah, but hydras are out and they are a lot. And when you see, they got the same limit, but all these units, each one limit is one hydra and 2 limit is each muta. There are quite a lot of hydra.
You know, like I mentioned, this Sim City is
Yeah.
not good though, because when they make out of this natural hatch, it gets blocked. They are
Yeah.
taking out Duncan so they can get in. I think pushing in here towards the spores isn't a good idea though. They need to hang back. Oh, losing too many units there. That first trade I think was great, and actually they could have moved a few more Mutalisks forward, but the first trade was nice.
I actually think that's
that was quite nice for Takumeter.
yeah. I think actually that's
Circling reinforcements.
Genesis or
arriving.
Martin GB is now unleashed onto the map with these Hydras. Oh, look at this! All the music got picked off, and now he can just start running across the map. With the economy he's got behind this, he can actually just pump Hydras out of all those hatches. So I think Tachometer has to come up with something here. I think he has to start throwing down Sunks, to be honest.
And there are a lot of hatcheries around the map for Takumeter, which is nice, but Genesis will probably just wait for the second upgrade for the for the Hydra lists.
Units
And
are just
then he will be unstoppable.
Yeah, I think so.
Ah, here you can go for a sunken.
Oh my
in
god,
the
he actually
hatchery of
finds that,
Takumeter. Would be
yeah.
cool.
There's a bunch of rallies that are just the mutas are being decimated because of it.
That was a cool idea to have a hatchery there.
I kind of feel that when you go Hydra and CVZ, it functions maybe a little bit like mech, like Terran mech, in that you end up getting this giant death ball with upgrades that's just unstoppable because of its large numbers.
Yeah, Genesis so got almost 100 limit, while Takumeter isn't so great. He doesn't have a lot of army.
Yeah, and he has no upgrades on his circlings.
Their
And
little
the
static D
yeah,
as
the
well.
Yeah,
+2
Genesis
carapace
also
just finished. The +2 attack's gonna finish in a second.
Yeah, that strong Hydra army.
Mutas get baited into the Hydras, and there's quite a lot of Mutas here now, but I think they're gonna get shredded.
Yeah, they don't really have a chance.
Yeah,
And
look at this red
when
on the
you look at
minimap now.
the minimap-
Look at
Yeah,
the amount of Zerg that's just coming in.
that's a lot.
Yeah, 2-2 does finish as well. So these Hydras are just super strong against the mutas.
I can say that Martin is really strong with his Hydralisks, and he likes them, and probably they like them. They like him too.
Yeah. It's really difficult to play against. That's for sure. If you don't know how to deal with it, which I don't, it's tricky. It's tricky to play against something like this.
Yeah, it's very tricky indeed.
You know, the
So-
Genesis went aside. It felt like Tachometer was in a good position if they had simply rallied their mutas across the map to start with. You know, before all the spores finished.
Yeah, that's right. There was a critical moment there that they missed, unfortunately. So we've got another CVZ here, which is going to be Martin B versus Dead Infested. See that Martin's in the chat right now. Martin, how do I pronounce your names? Should I say Martin GB or Martin B?
Either
You think about that, so.
Joking.
Oh, we've
Alright.
got
Polypoid.
Yes, we've got polypoids, yeah. Which spawns we gonna get? And it's a top spawns this time. Okay.
Martin, can I call you Martin? That's the important question for me.
So we've got Dead Infested in the top right corner. Sending his Overlord in the correct direction. And Martin B, Martin GB. Just Martin.
Team is Genesis. As
Genesis,
Lana
just
wrote
call
in the
him
chat.
Genesis 7 is in the top left corner. Let's see what builds these guys do.
By the way, this is probably the first game where the players are on the top positions.
I think so, yeah. That's the
Yeah,
first game.
That's cool. That's the cool thing about the four-player maps, because, for example, when you cast the games on Eclipse, all the players will be on the same positions all the games.
That's right,
It
yeah.
can be a little bit tiring. Let's put it this way. But yeah, ZVZ, another ZVZ. What will we see?
Oh, we've got a 9 pool from Genesis. And we've got a 9 pool from Dead Infested.
Probably they're doing the same homework. I don't know.
Wow, almost exact timing. Exactly the same.
Yeah, and Dead Infested is gonna get the first scout off with the Overlord.
It's perfection right there.
And both of them are keeping their gas. They're not doing the extractor trick. So this is gonna be 9 pool speed from both of them. Yeah, it does seem that Genesis's build is just very slightly more optimized.
Only about a second, maybe a second and a half, though. It's just about the same. Overlords just about to see each other. They'll both know where to go.
And there come the first slings.
Are out.
Infested slings are just popping right now. I don't think
Only
that...
one moved across the map for Genesis.
Yeah, Genesis is just gonna run ahead, I guess, to get a quick scout. I guess he already knows where the where his opponent is.
Yeah, he knows. And
yeah.
Destoroya knows as well. Destoroya? Should we call him this way?
Destroyer.
It's one link.
Destoroya.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I
Link
like
getting
it.
picked off, by the way. Yeah. So a bit wasteful, unfortunately. But Martin has made a block on his ramp.
Yeah, it's a tight block, which is good.
This can be
needs
very
more
difficult to
battling.
break.
He
Very
has them.
costly. Yeah.
And it's all lings behind it as well. We're just seeing both players make lings right now.
Yeah,
The
the first
second
big
hatch
difference
is
in the
going
game.
down.
Yeah, Lair is done for Genesis and second hatchery down for Destroya. But then these Zerglings didn't have a chance.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to get in here. And with the Spire on the way for Martin, I think this is potentially going to be very bad. I think Destroyer has to go for the Evo Chamber and Spores.
Well, maybe not yet. He can try to break. Yeah, he
Oh,
does
actually,
it.
there's not that
And
many lings,
now
actually, yeah.
He needed to put down a Sunken just to be prepared because he's going for a fast fire.
Yeah, but Genesis actually just popped
Now
some
he's in
drones,
trouble.
and I think this could be very bad. With Genesis just letting go of the throttle there with the lings.
Yeah, but Destroy is already on top of the Spire, and I'm worried about it because if it's killed, it's over for Genesis.
Yeah, I think this is actually over because you're not going to get Mutas out. The Spire's going down. Genesis basically doesn't have anything. He manages to get rid of those lings, but there's going to be more on the way, and he hasn't.
Yeah,
he hasn't made
his
a.
mining was really delayed. Everything
Yeah.
is so slow for him.
It's the
Not
cancel
a good
on the
spot.
Spire as well, so they didn't get any of that money back, and they were broke.
Yeah.
That's,
And this is
that's
two
really
hatch
bad.
now. It's just going to be pumping lings, and yeah, this should be a GG in a moment.
Yeah. Well, Genesis just had to go for the Sunken next to the Spire and somehow to try to defend it. Because when you go for such one hatchery build into Mutas, you always, most probably, your opponent will break the ramp walk, and then that's what
GG.
happens.
GG.
GG.
And then Vested in the chat saying, "I don't know why I'm mining gas." Yeah, that's something that I think everybody does when you're playing ZVZ. It's so tense and you're mining gas, but sometimes it's hard to remember that you can actually take your workers off gas and get a few extra minerals. But yeah, that's something to be too ashamed of.
Yeah, maybe he thought of going for Swarm with Zerglings against the Mutas. Could be nice.
Yeah,
There are some possibilities for special tactics, even as Zerg.
that would be so amazing to see. I would love to see that.
I think Burrow can be kind of fun too.
Yeah,
There are some overlords, most probably, but could be helpful in some situations, especially when you got the money. Why not?
yeah, it is.
Yeah, you can kind of hide lings a little bit here and there, and you know it's not like they're gonna get overlord speed, right? So if they don't have enough overlords in the right spots, you can sometimes just hide those lings when the mutas are out.
Yeah, and there's also the tactic that when you both have mutas, you get burrow, then you dive onto their main, and if they dive into your main, you just burrow your drones, and then they can't do any
Right.
damage. Well, they can do damage, but at least your drones are gonna be alright. Okay, so we've got...
I'm not sure if I really am able to, but if it's true, probably we'll see another game on Polypoid.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay.
We could.
I just had a vision. I think I've seen
You had a
it.
vision of the future?
Yeah, I
That-
think so.
That happened to you a lot?
Only when I play StarCraft.
Yeah, we in fact do have another game on Polypoid, but it's not going to be a CVC, it's going to be a CVP. This is going to be Martin versus Another 2. And Another 2 is a player I'm not familiar with. I think maybe he's new this CPL as well. So let's see how this goes.
I hope it's Polypoid. That's another map. I haven't seen these locations for now.
Yeah. This is left spawns. That's the first in this cast. Okay, so we've got another 2 in the bottom left corner, in the gray, and Genesis in the top left.
Oh, Protoss, brother.
Yeah, finally we
Sorry,
got
I
another
got
Protoss.
excited.
Don't be too biased in the cast.
Okay, well, the props for the new people around here, Protoss is the most beautiful race. It's so shiny. You can just watch it all day long, and it's just laugh. That's it. Just look at it.
They've got a pyramid.
Yeah. Even the Egyptians got connections with the Protosses.
That's right.
It's fact. I know
So-
some people, historic people that know this.
So pylon and then back to mining, is that usually a gate opening?
Should be.
Yeah, I think that should be it.
And
No
the pylon
probe
is
going
on the
back.
right spot, which is nice. Usually on the lower ranks, people are not so careful about their walls and where they put the buildings. And in PvZ, it's one of the most important skills. Just to know where to put your buildings and how to orchestrate the whole wall and everything around it.
We actually do have a forge, even though the probe went back to mine, so...
Yeah.
At least there's no possibility of a cannon rush in that case.
Yeah, but with the wrong scout, you know, they're gonna need to double scout if we see lings coming out. Or just make an auto cannon. I'm getting a little scared. Alright, so here comes that second probe.
I mean, Nexus, and after that, a cannon. It's stoppable.
Oh,
be
Nexus
tough.
before cannon, wow.
4 lings being made, but 2 of them quite a bit later, so I think... Oh, still no cannon? Okay, here's the cannon going down. The first group of lings is on its way. Does it go right away? Let's see if it goes right away.
I think if they go right away, they can pick off the cannon if there's nothing to protect it, right?
I don't know if they can pick off the cannon, but... Oh, it's close. It's very close.
There's one probe very bravely standing by in the wall.
Well, and the other Zerglings aren't actually going. They're blocking the ramp. Oh, it's so close.
I think the cannon's just gonna finish in
They
time.
can't kill it.
Yeah, the
Oh
links
my
are actually
gosh.
misrallied, so... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if they had been perfectly rallied, they might have been able to just move. They couldn't have killed the cannon, but they could have moved past it, I think.
I think you're right.
Or
I think
something.
they were just a little bit too late. When you do get the initial damage in before it warps, sometimes you can kill it, but I think it was just too late.
Very
Yeah,
close.
overall, the takeaway for the Zerg is that he just needs to produce 6 Zerglings and just go for the opponent. That's it. It's pretty simple, but not so simple when you're playing the game, because there are so many things in the equation. You need to produce drones and overlords and stop producing drones at the right time, etc. There is a lot of stuff into this, but in the end, you just like to have 6 Zerglings and go for attack.
Oh, this probe coming in, getting another scout, and going to see the den.
And no lair.
Very nice scouting by another two. That's
Yeah.
really important probe, and the worker does his job, which is nice. I
We
love
have a little bit of time, but we're gonna need to see... Okay, there's a second cannon coming down.
These cannons are really close to the wall, don't you think?
it. It's okay. It's okay. Especially
Yeah.
if he puts like 5 more.
Well, and we'll see how many he needs. Is this gonna be... It looks like it's probably gonna be a 973-esque type build. There's 9 in the main. There's 7 at the natural. And
Yeah,
perhaps 3.
He's
So
got
973 looks
yeah.
like a build.
Yeah, there's 20 drones right now, so normally you have 19, but there's Actually 21. He's still droning up actually, so maybe it's not going to be 973.
Well, Hydra speed is almost done. Hydras are starting to be produced.
Yeah, I guess he is going to go for some initial, at least some pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think would be a good idea.
Looks aggressive. It definitely looks aggressive, and like you said, Genesis is known for liking his Hydras, so it's not a surprise. We do see another pylon going down, which is great, but we're gonna need to see more cannons soon.
Meanwhile, the +1 is upgrading, and first Corsair is on its way. Citadel going down.
Yeah, I just want to see a few more cannons from the Protoss. Then I could use say, at least for a little bit. But right now it's really risky when you see the Hydra then and then just put one cannon, it's not enough.
Well, the Corsair didn't really take the right path either. Usually, I think if you don't know what's happening, you should go along the path that the Hydras have to take.
Yeah,
But
that's
they're not going to see Lair, and they're going to see those drones and these drones, so they should have an idea. We need to see more cannons.
Yeah,
Another
these
pylon
cannons,
gets like that.
these cannons are so close. I think you can just pick them off without too much
ancient
trouble.
greatness just got finished for Genesis. And
Look at
now
that gateway
can
going
move in.
down.
Here
Gotta
are
move
cannons.
Zealots forward. Move the Zealots forward. One cannon going down. More being warped. There's only one left.
The other one is vulnerable, already over. And
Yeah.
it's painful to me to watch. That's a Protoss. I've been there so many times.
Yeah. Yeah. It's difficult.
And there are so many small things that needs to be checked in the check mark menu in order to be safe. And one of them was to have more cannons. GG.
GG. Just build cannons. Just do it.
Yeah.
Cannons are good.
Hydras are strong and
Good units.
we should never underestimate them.
So that actually brings us to our final game, which is going to be Dead Infested versus Tachometer, another CVZ.
A lot of ZVZs today.
Yeah, there were a lot of Zergs in Group 12. We actually try to make all the groups as racially balanced as possible, but because it's preseason, there's always some people who don't show up, who can't quite commit to being in the tournament. So sometimes you get these weird groups where seems to be only people from one race.
Yeah, I'm trying to join the game, but its Battle.net is buggy to me right now. Okay.
Apparently, Dead
So,
Infested
the delay.
is a bit anxious about us looking at this game. So I think there's going to be something interesting happening here. Okay, let's.
on Polypoid.
It's going to be on Eclipse.
Ah, cool.
It's
New
going to be on
map.
Polypoid. I lied. I'm sorry. It's going to be on Polypoid like every map. Forever.
Cross spawns. The previous game where we had cross spawns ZVZ, we saw Hydras. Not sure if you'll see them this time, but Death Infested against Tachometer. That's nice to see. And first things come first. What's gonna be, 9 pool or over pool? Or maybe some kind of hatchery build?
It's always a bit weird to play CVC when you're cross-spawn, because it takes so long for you to get any kind of information about what the other is doing. When you're close spawns, you usually get an overlord pretty quickly over the other person's base, and then you can really start to change your build based on what they are doing. But when you're cross-spawn, there's quite a long time between actually having access to what they are doing. So there's a long period of uncertainty. But look at this. Look at this. There's a drone going out. Where's this drone going?
Yeah, that seems like an early drone.
He wants to know, and that's good to be curious about the world around you. That's a good feature. But in ZVZ can be really
Hatch first?
a pain.
This looks like hatch first.
And this is just I don't know. I would expect something like this when you're doing like a crazy build, but this looks like a pretty normal build to me. Not sure why there's drones.
Hatch first.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Takumeter went for this build in the previous game.
Yeah.
With the second hatchery, then he'll put the spawning pool. Okay, he didn't put it there, but still he can put there sunken and the spire as well. Later on. But until then, that infested has really
my
similar
God.
build, excluding the gas station.
It's like, what's that drone doing? Is he gonna make a hatch there? But no,
Drone's
just doing some
scaring me.
harass. Look at this.
I don't know, actually.
Mwah.
No, he's attacking a little bit.
Evil drone.
You know, when it's this type of position, I'm a fan of doing a Ling all in, and then also making sunks in their base. You know, because if they're going to make sunkens in their base, and it's not always the most efficient thing to do. Sometimes you can build sunks in their base.
Still no gas, by the way, or infested.
Yeah.
Which is that's incredibly weird. I mean, whatever you want to do, if you want to go Muta or you want to go Ling, you are gonna get a gas.
Yeah, he needs some gas because of the speed of the Zerglings, but a third hatchery for him.
Well, is he gonna do a
Yeah.
Ling all in without speed? That doesn't sound right.
He's gonna have just enough Lings to match 6 versus 6, coming out just in time.
Yeah,
I
and there's
think.
2 sunks going down. The Lings will hit before the sunks are done, but it's gonna delay them enough, I think.
As long as the micro is decent, 6 versus 6, there'll be nothing left over. The drones could take care of it if need be. Nothing else coming across the map. Lair going up for tachometer.
He's attacking the hatch, but he can never get that hatch before the sunks
No.
finish, so...
Yeah, but he can hurt it and then come with Mutas and kill it later on, but that's not the case. So the lair is almost ready and still no gas for that infested.
Yeah. Are we gonna have to see an Evo? There's the Evo. So they knew it was coming soon.
Yeah, but evil and still there is no gas. Now the extractor. Finally. Well, I really don't know what's in the head of that infested. He might have
Yeah.
a plan, and no, I'm absolutely honest with you. I just don't know what's in his head, and there might be some nice idea behind all this that he's doing.
There's a double
I'm
Evo
really
chamber.
curious to see.
There's a double Evo chamber. Is he gonna
and
go
double
upgrades?
extractor now.
And 2 gas are coming right now as well, so maybe we're gonna see Hydras again.
By the way, I noticed something just now. I noticed that Dead Infested was in the chat just a moment ago, and then this game started, which he was anxious about. And now I don't see him in the chat anymore, so...
I hope he is not switching to Protoss right now.
Yes. He's changing his race on the CPL website. That's what he's doing.
Alright, so all
look
the
at this
colonies are
Ling
coming
going in.
down. We're gonna see spores soon. I can't believe it's getting in and getting the scout off. Oh, that's money. Spire's not done. It knows they have a little bit of time left. 2 colonies in the main. 2 colonies in the natural. Morphing now. Oh, they might even pick off this Overlord.
Overall, that infested is doing something like a classic Hydra ZVZ build. that I've seen long ago, and I haven't seen for a while. And it can be strong, really strong, especially because of the extra production for from the third hatchery. But
Well,
he definitely needs to utilize his larvas.
there's still no Hydrodent, and we're seeing just sort of like mass sunk and colonies and spores.
Yeah, he just wants to create as much as possible drones and have as strong as possible economy, and then mass hydras, and that's it.
Wouldn't we see a Hydrodent to start upgrades by now, or is that still not?
Probably soon.
The layer is almost done.
Probably
Mutas are
soon.
out.
He has the gas now, so he can do whatever he wants. And lair is almost ready, so probably there is something different to it. Because usually with this build you would not want this lair so early. It's just not needed. You
Oh.
want the lair for the second upgrades from the evil chambers.
The spire is now starting, so maybe we're not seeing Hydras.
Yeah.
And a queen's nest, so maybe we're seeing
Special
guardians
tactic
and
from Zerk.
yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's the thing that I like in these lower level games, because we can see different things and different dynamics between the armies. Decisions are not top notch, of course, and a lot of other stuff, but there is always interesting to see and to learn, maybe.
Yeah, that's definitely true. That's definitely a feature of CPL. That's games can be quite different in very interesting,
More things
unexpected
are
ways.
possible. Okay, so the hive is now on its way. It looks like Devourers and Guardians are the play.
I mean, let me ask you guys this question: like, how do you actually? You can't really attack into this, right? There's no way you can do any damage with what you have. You have to expand and tech up, right?
Well,
Yeah.
I'll go for harass. You got like 11 meters. Well, not 11, they're 9, but you can just kill like 10 drones without losing a single meter if you're fine with your control. And you can again utilize the space that I mentioned in the previous game when we saw some Hydra plays. There is a lot of stuff that you can do. Of course, it's hard because you need to do it while you're multitasking and building things at home. Other stuff is going on, of course, but there's a lot of stuff too that could be done.
What if we see a Nidus? How cool would that be?
Oh yeah, that would be
Very much.
fantastic.
I want to see Dead Infested do a Nidus.
The night is
That
like right
commenter's
here or
game.
somewhere or here. Yeah.
Something.
Hey,
That would be
finally,
awesome.
one of the evil chambers is researching the upgrade for the Zerglings, which is good, but I don't see
Oh,
the
Nidus.
purpose of the
Nidus.
second. Wow!
A Nidus is
Okay.
being made.
Oh, it's
The
coming.
lings
It's
are being
coming.
rallied to the canal. Okay, so where's it going to go? Is it going to the natural? That's the only place they have vision, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
I
has to
think
be the
so.
natural.
Wow.
Okay, maybe we'll see the game of the year.
Yeah, I mean there are still mutas here, but not that many at home. With this many lings, with speed, with the attacks,
A greater spire coming.
they're going to be able to knock out every single drone in 30 seconds. All the mutas are back hiding, you know, near the natural of Dead Infested.
Yeah, that
this-
infested
this
is probably
mean
just waiting for the adrenal glands, and then
Yeah, it's gonna be about 10 seconds or so. It's gonna be done really quickly. There is actually a melee upgrade in progress as well, which is gonna be maybe another 10 seconds or so.
It's so many lings.
maybe half
It's
a minute.
just so many lings.
2 Nidus canals.
Just enough time for the
Two
Nidus to be
Niduses.
finished.
Wow. They're in kind of weird spots. I mean, I guess you really don't want this to be scouted, but
Okay, that infested has the upgrade of
oh,
Beat
and look at-
Overlord, so he can put several Nidus simultaneously.
yeah, okay. Jeez. Look at this. It's a toss player right here.
Ah,
Oh.
no chance.
Was
He
it too
started the
close?
he started the
But the
Nidus, but he
second one is
cancelled
looking-
it. But the
It's
second
the
one is
same
just
one.
starting.
The Sunken killed it. But then the second one is halfway done. And all the mutants are on the other side of the map for tachometer.
You don't notice. The Lings are streaming across the map right now. They could be killing this Nidus, but they just don't see it.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Let's see. Okay, Ataka.
Oh my
Nice.
god, there's so
One
many.
drone.
They've got Adrenal and they've got... Oh, the Circlings are actually
Flesh.
running back? Oh my god, oh my god. They are
Alright, the Muta's
just...
coming back. How much damage can they get done? Oh, attacking the egg. That's not the move. They gotta move into the main base.
Yeah, they need to move them to the.
Oh my god,
They-
all these Lings are gonna get
Go, go,
slaughtered
go.
now. Every Muta
Please.
came back. Oh, if they just attack moved all the Lings, then I think they could have cleared the base before the Mutas came back. But now I think it's too late. These Lings are all over the place.
They
Yeah, but
certainly could have
I
killed
just-
all the drones.
Oh
Well,
my
the third
god.
Nidus is out now. It's ready. And maybe that infested doesn't have any units that he can put into the Nidus. There is
Meanwhile,
another
all
one
the
in the main.
Mutas at the front are getting decimated by Devourers.
Yeah. Just
this
few
is-
devourers with a lot of mutas are the best
Uh,
thing against a lot of mutas. With all these aces spurs, they will be so slow, and there are some queens even there. But don't have enough energy for a snare, I guess.
Tachometer's thinking they can just A-move into the base, but this is not the move. There's too much static defense.
Oh, I think he
Yeah.
means Dead Infested can just stay move, because Dead Infested still has units, but there's only
yeah, but
one
look
sunk.
at Tachometer. They keep trying to stream Mutalisks and Zerglings into the
Zerglings
base.
now,
It's just
Yeah, that's
way
not gonna
out.
do
Just
anything.
too many Sunkians. And still, there are some Zerglings in the main of tachometer. Which
Yeah,
out the
the
rest
drone's
of the
getting picked
drone.
off now.
punishing a lot of
The-
drones, yeah.
So this is gonna work after all, it's just it took a little bit longer than it should have.
Yeah. Such a cool game.
Yeah.
Now on the right side at the top, that infested knows about the hatchery.
Yeah.
So he'll go there and just clear it out, and the third one, I think that infested should know about it.
I don't know, I mean... Oh, well, it's a GG anyway, so I guess it didn't matter.
Yeah,
Wow, what a
infested
game.
did so much damage. That was sick. So cool game.
Yeah, really amazing. Wow.
Wow, worked our way up the tech tree there, man.
What
Love
a...
it.
Yeah, amazing game. I love the strats. Obviously, it was a little bit weird with the Lings. They didn't really... The Nidus was in kind of a weird spot, right? So the Lings didn't really path all that well. And yeah, when you have +1 Cracklings, they just eat through buildings so quickly, and all the units were on the other side of the map. So I think if things had pathed a little bit better, I think he actually could have just killed all the buildings before his opponent could go back.
Yeah, I just want to ask something that infested because he's with us in the chat. Is there any specific purpose for the second Evo chamber? Because I'm really curious. It could be utilized, but I just don't know what's the idea behind it.
I guess maybe it was just trying to get the +1 and the defense at the same time, the carapace. I don't think you really need the
Just for
carapace.
wall, to have some kind of semi-wall.
Yeah.
The nature.
Could be, yeah. I don't think you really need
Nevertheless,
the...
it's really great game.
Yeah.
That's the highlight of the evening for me.
Yeah, definitely. That was a great moment. We're gonna be clipping that. I think that's gonna be in the hype video for CPL 10. So guys, that's the last game that we had. Thank you guys for joining us, and thanks again to Barneth and to DeWalt for raiding us. That's really awesome. I hope some of the people watching will decide to keep either join CPL or to keep watching CPL cast and maybe get involved.
Yeah, sign your friends in CPL. Better
Sign,
do it soon.
sign your friends up without them knowing it. Just tell them. Just tell them you did them a favor.
Yeah, Dada, thank you very much for inviting me. And it was really nice meeting Lana online and talking StarCraft. That was really cool, and I really hope that we'll see these players evolve in their game throughout the next CPL season. And yeah, after the new year, a lot of great matches are coming up. So I can't wait.
Yeah, thanks you guys, and thanks Lana.
Yeah, fun stuff.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna be ending the stream, so thanks you guys for watching, and we'll see you online.
Don't forget to raid somebody.
Yes, I will.
Yeah, and play StarCraft.
Let me
All right,
just
GG,
have a quick
everybody.
look. I'm gonna put us back to the CPL screen. CPL 9 is here. You guys can sign up, and let's raid someone. Who are we gonna raid? Let's raid. Oh, we've got Jinjin playing. Do we raid Jinjin?
Yeah, give him some love. He's
Terran
in, the,
power.
he's in
Yeah,
CPL.
we
Yeah.
didn't have enough Terrans tonight, so better we go with Jinjin.
All right, we're raiding Jinjin, guys. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
GG.
GG. All right, right on. Well, thank you, Dada. Thank you, Grast. That was fun.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice, and yeah, hope to see you in CPL. We can battle.
Right on. All right, have a good one, guys.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
me too.
Cool.
Bye.
I'm gonna end the stream, so bye.
Bye,
Thanks,
Dada.
guys.